Before March 2020, being a tarot reader meant joining events, doing in person readings, teaching at workshops, and even doing book launches. Taking my cards all over the city, I met a lot of people, saw new faces all the time. I was everywhere. I've been running Practical Magic, and over the last 2 years, because of the pandemic, I've been just here, sat at my desk, doing readings over the computer, recording my podcasts over here, writing and creating decks, all in this tiny space. My tiny space is essentially perfect for tarot readings, especially since I do mine online in PDFs I send to people. I have a desk, I have cards, I have a computer, and I have an internet connection. All I need. This is my tarot collection. Don't ask me how many decks I have because I don't keep count. I keep a stack of decks by my bed because sometimes I like to pull for myself at night, and these are what I call my working decks. So these are the ones I use regularly just to read for myself. I don't use these for reading for others. I don't know, I like to keep it special by making them just for me. This is the last deck I purchased. It's called the Mother Tarot, and it's by an artist called Ren McCurdo. Tarot is actually all about storytelling. It's using visual cues from the cards, plus any existing information the client chooses to provide me with, and my own intuition to help someone piece together their story. A tarot reader weaves all these pieces together and creates a narrative that helps someone figure out what they're going through. A reading is supposed to help someone feel better, more elevated or uplifted, a little more in control than they used to be, regardless of any outcomes that may happen in the future. I really love the storytelling aspect of tarot, and I find it to be helpful for myself and for other people. As much as I love tarot reading, I also love deck creation. As a tarot reader, I work with decks all the time, and that's why I decided to make some of my own. This here is my little Practical Magic deck family. This is the first deck I ever made, so I did it for fun because I love to collage. This is actually a system of cards that's different to tarot, but I use it in a similar storytelling way. My first foray into tarot deck making, I made a bunch of digital collages that were my own version of the tarot. More modern, a bit 90s, because that's my era, that's my thing. I showed the first version of this deck to a friend of mine, and she told me that she was almost sure that if I actually sold the deck, people would buy it, and that's what started this whole deck creation. My friends got into it too, and so I started collaborating with them. The No Filter deck is one that's meant to give you straight shooter advice, the kind your friends are too nice to actually give you. I collaborated with my friend Miko with this. The Tanim Oracle Deck is a collaboration between me and my artist friend Cynthia, who does beautiful watercolor illustrations. This deck is based on Philippine flora, so it's all about lessons we can learn from the plants around us. This is the second tarot deck I made, and it's called the Pinoy Practical Magic Tarot Deck. This one is extra special to me because it's something I finished right before the pandemic hit. I used old 70s and 80s showbiz magazines that were local and I found at a thrift shop. I made collages out of them based on the tarot and my knowledge of it, and I paired each card with Filipino catchphrases and terms. It's my current favorite deck to use, especially for clients who get readings from me. I always like to mix and match decks, and my favorite trio consists of this Pinoy Practical Magic Tarot deck and the Quiet Mystic deck, which is a very calm and ethereal deck that uses nature as inspiration for feel-good stuff, and also deep emotional shadow work. I collaborated with my friend, tattoo artist Luigi Laksamana on The Quiet Mystic. My other pandemic project was the Creative Journey Oracle Deck, which I worked on with my friend, author, and content creator Abby C. This one's about the different stages you encounter as you embark on any creative journey, be that art or just plain manifestation of anything in your life. All these decks I made here at home, and it just boggles my mind that it's reached corners of the world that even I haven't been to, and I'm always every day grateful that my art and my way of telling stories has somehow reached other people. Hi, I'm Chinggay Labrador from Practical Magic, where I create tarot and oracle decks and do tarot readings, sell paper goods that have to do with tarot and astrology, and write books that all serve to make magic accessible and practical to everyone. Magic is everywhere, and we can infuse our lives with it with just a little mindfulness and self-awareness. It sounds very woo-woo, but I'm gonna try to break it down as best as I can.